Merhaba, this is Leyla Topal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are making Tuzda Balık. Tuz means salt in Turkish and balık is fish. So this is fish baked in the salt. It's a very popular dish all over the Mediterranean, especially along the Aegean and Mediterranean coasts of Turkey. So let's have a look at the ingredients. Today I will be using this red snapper, but you may replace it with sea bass, sea bream or salmon. The important thing here is the fish has been gutted, but it still has the skin and scales on it. So whichever fish you use, just make sure it has the skin and the scales on. And I will be using two different kinds of salt. So the first salt, the first kind, this is referred as ice cream salt, and you can see how coarse these crystals are. You may use this ice cream salt or you may use kosher salt. Kosher salt has like medium coarse crystals, so you may choose between the two. I just do not have enough kosher salt at home today, so that's why I am using the ice cream salt. But the second type of salt that is a must is normal table salt, the fine, very fine crystal salt that we all use for cooking at home. Then we will be using egg whites. So I have 4 eggs there and I will use only the white parts of those eggs. And we need a lot of greens for this dish. So we will be using parsley, dill, and we will even use the stems of those 2 herbs. Then we will be using some thyme, rosemary, garlic, some butter, and also some water. So if you are the sauce kind of person, at the very end, when you're serving this dish, you may also prepare a very quick but tasty and healthy sauce. So for that salt, you will need some olive oil, some garlic, and some lemon juice, and you may also sprinkle some parsley leaves on it. So let me prepare all the ingredients here, chop the greens, and then we will continue. All our greens are ready now. Let me just show you. I have chopped dill here, and then chopped parsley, and I also chopped the stems of the both parsley and the dill, and they are all here in a separate bowl. Then I removed the thyme from the stems, and then I also removed the rosemary from the stems, and then with a knife I chopped them. So here we will be preparing 2 different kinds of bowls. Actually, they are almost the same, but one will be going inside the cavity of the fish and the other one will go underneath the fish. So let's start with the mixture that goes underneath the fish. All the stems of parsley and dill are here, so I will definitely use this here for the part under, that goes underneath the fish. I will be adding some thyme to this and also some rosemary. We will mix all of this, so this is pretty easy. The fish will suck all the aroma and the flavor through the skin, so this will really give it an incredible flavor. And then I would like to prepare the second bowl, which will be for the cavity of the fish. This will most probably be enough, and I would like to keep some of my chopped parsley here for the sauce of the fish that I will be preparing at the very end. And we will put all the thyme in there And then what else? Here is the rosemary. And then I will also add some salt into this group here because we will be filling the cavity of the fish with this. And I have a few small garlic cloves here. I think what I will do is just chop them little bit, chop them little bit with a knife. And then I have butter here. This is about like 4 teaspoons altogether, and I would like to start with half of it. Have you noticed how soft the butter is? Because I took it out and it needs to be at the room temperature. So what I will do now is mix this all together. Imagine the fish cooking in the oven and sucking all these flavors and aroma. This is an incredible recipe. I just love this recipe because couple of things. One, if you would like to serve it very fancy at a dinner party, you can, and I will show you how to do that. Two, you will see how moist the fish will be. It is like so flavorful, but at the same time so moist. You get like the real flavor of the fish. And of course, it's very healthy, except the 2 tablespoons of butter that I use. There will not be any other oil or butter in here. And you know how it is. Sometimes you make fish at home and then next day, all of your kitchen smells after fish. Well, with this recipe, that doesn't happen. So no fish smells afterwards. So this is ready. Let me just clean my hands and I will be back to prepare the salt in a minute. Now we will be preparing our salt paste. Here is my coarse salt and I will be adding some of the fine table salt in here. And the coarse crystal salt that I have here is 4 pounds and this fine salt is 3 pounds. And my fish is 3 pounds altogether. So I'm hoping this will be enough. So we will see. And I have like 4 egg whites here. So what I will do is mix the salt a little bit first. And then I will add the egg whites to combine them. Here goes the egg white in. So we will see. I might be adding 1 or 2 more egg whites into this. Once I mix everything, I think I will get a better feel for it. Now it is time to add the water. I have like 1 cup of water roughly that I just poured in. For exact measurements and all of the ingredients and everything, as usual, please make sure you check the description part underneath my video. Okay, I'm just gonna pour rest of the water. So this is like 1.5 cups roughly, and this should be enough. So our salt paste is ready. What I will do now is take half of this salt into this tray and prepare a nice comfortable bed for our fish. Here we go, a little bit more. It doesn't have to be thick at all. So I'm hoping this is almost enough. Yeah. So next step now is to put the greens that go on the bottom of the fish here. This smells so good. Oh my God. Combination of parsley and dill stems with thyme and rosemary. It's just to die for. Here we go. Now it is time to put the fish on this gorgeous bed of herbs. Here we go. Now we will fill the cavity of the fish with the other green mixture we have that has butter and garlic in it. Stuffing it really well. This will be to die for. So the trick here is try to close this as much as you can so that they do not fall apart. Now we will cover the fish with the rest of the salt paste. And if we don't have enough, we might need to make more. We'll see. No. Just kidding. Look at this beauty here. Oops. I'm just making sure that the back here is also covered well. If you run out of salt, I mean like covering the tail and the head is not that important. Okay, and meanwhile we turn the oven on. Right now the oven is at 375 Fahrenheit, which is like 190 Celsius degrees, and it's ready. So I will put our fish into the oven and we will start baking it. So the way you kind of calculate it is for 2 pounds of fish, you keep it in the oven for about 30-35 minutes. And for each pound, you add about 7-10 minutes extra. Well, as we wait for the fish to bake, let's prepare our sauce. This is a very simple, healthy, and tasty sauce that would go beautifully with our fish. What I have here is some of the chopped parsley, and I have a couple of garlic cloves that I chopped in small pieces. And then I will be adding a little bit of salt to it. And I have the juice of 2 lemons here. I will pour this in. And roughly the same amount of olive oil as the lemon juice. And then I will mix them all. Then your sauce will be ready. So you can just check, yes, this is good, by just looking at the amount of olive oil and lemon juice. So let's put this to the side and then wait all the flavors combine, and our fish will be ready soon. Woohoo! Abracadabra. Well, if you have guests coming over, or if you would like to impress someone, this is how you may serve your fish, and you can bring it to the table like this with some fire on it. Let me show you how to do it now. So for the show part of it, you may use any clear hard alcohol you have at home. I will be using Turkish raki, but you may use vodka or whatever you have. So what you do is you just pour some alcohol on it when you take it out of the oven, and then with a lighter you just start it. Oops. Here we go. So it is time to crack the salt now. What I will be using is a pestle and a knife. So I will kind of try to go in the form of the fish. Now let's try to remove the salt here. Oh my God, look at this. Isn't this beautiful? So I just would like to show you how soft and how moist this fish is. Let me just remove the skin here. Look at this. Oh my God. My mouth is getting so watery. Okay. Look at the moistness here. Wow. This is so good. I just can't wait. Wow. It's such an easy recipe, you can't really do it wrong. Try it and you will love the end result. I just boiled some potatoes and put a drizzle of oil on them and also some dill. So you can just enjoy this plate like this, or remember the optional sauce I was talking about? You may also put some sauce on the fish. It is up to you. I'm just gonna drizzle some sauce just to give you an idea. There we go. Oops. This should be enough. Afiyet olsun.